guys, we sourced our products from Alibaba and it got missing. Like missing, guys.
Yeah. So guys, basically when the products came, they came in 3 different batches. The first batch was fine, the second batch was fine, and the third as well seemed really fine. And then one day we were like, okay, let's count all of these planners, and we counted them and they were like 20 planners short.
Yes guys, 20 planners short. This was not the fault directly of our manufacturers, but it was also the fault of our manufacturers because they chose the delivery service that actually delivered our planners. Until we speak now, we don't know where the 20 planners are gone.
Yeah, that's why we're making this video, so we can discuss the things that we actually did right and some of the things that we didn't do right as well that led us up until this point. We're going to be discussing different ways you can source your suppliers from Alibaba and not get scammed.
Guys, if you're just starting a business or you're looking to source your supplier from Alibaba, then you need to watch this video.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Max and this is Mife, and you are welcome to the control platform. Like we always say, it's time for you to take control of your finances. And today guys, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and that topic is
Then we're going to be talking about how to source suppliers from Alibaba Like A Pro.
Guys, like you already know, we have a business, the Control Planner. And we started planning and developing this business around June of 2020. And we launched the business say around December 2020. And guys, like we've already said, we're going to be taking you through our journey. We want to tell you how we actually source suppliers for this business, and hopefully someone out there can learn from it.
We sourced our planners from Alibaba. When I say it took us months, I mean it took us at least 2 months for us to finally choose the supplier that we were ready to go ahead with. We obviously got so many suppliers, we messaged so many of them before we could eventually choose one of them that we felt come down to one particular supplier that we're going to use. So today we're going to be discussing all the different points that you need to know so you can source for your Alibaba supplier like a pro and not get scammed.
So guys, for us, we initially contacted about 20 suppliers that could produce our product. Then we eventually reduced that to about 5. And obviously having that 5 suppliers, we're able to now streamline down to 1 supplier that eventually produced and delivered our product. Now there were so many other criteria that led to this, which we'll obviously be discussing in the points below. But very important for you to have a list of suppliers and then obviously work your way down by elimination processes to be able to find that one that will produce your product. For us, we're really lucky because there's some things that we're going to mention in this video that we didn't actually take note of, but just happened to be there for the supplier that we chose. So again, it was good luck, but don't do what we did. Like, follow these rules and follow the steps and you will be great.
So guys, the next one is beware of bad businessmen and middlemen. The reason why we say this is that you can easily be scammed, but that's not just it. If you actually are dealing with just the middleman, it ends up increasing how much you spend towards buying the goods, which reduces your profit. So when you're speaking to people, you need to make sure that they are manufacturers and not middlemen. You also need to make sure that they have trade assurance. The reason why trade assurance is important is just in case if anything happens with the good that has been delivered, you can actually put in for a dispute with Alibaba to make sure that your money isn't lost. It's very important for your manufacturers to have trade assurance. There are so many scams happening in Alibaba and you don't want to be part of those people that will be scammed off your money. Talking about trade assurance, at times some suppliers, when you're speaking to them, or manufacturers, tend to make you not talk on Alibaba platform, and they send you their number or their email and ask you to converse with them outside of the web chat or on the app. So you need to be very careful and be stern and remain on that app, because any conversation you have on like WeChat, WhatsApp, email is not included as some sort of evidence when you are making any sort of claim. And they know this, and that's why they're trying to trick you to move you out of the website or out of the app onto a platform which you cannot use as some sort of evidence. So you need to make sure you have all of your conversations on the app or on the website so you're not scammed. So for us, we actually use the app. You can send pictures, video, voice notes. It's a very easy app for you to make conversations through. Trust me, a lot of suppliers that we're speaking to were actually pushing us to use WeChat, but we kept all our discussions on the app because we know how important it is. To be honest, even when, for example, someone sends you their number, Alibaba actually alerts you to let you know to make sure that all of your conversations are done on the app. So just follow that and use the app. Like I said, we use the app and it was perfectly fine. Conversations were easy. You can go back as far as 6 months ago to see what your conversations were and have screenshots and use that as any sort of evidence.
So the next point is actually look out for good suppliers and the verified icon on the supplier or manufacturer that you're looking to produce a product. Now the reason why this is good is that Go Supplier is a paid membership system that allow an on-site check to be done for that supplier, and if it's a supplier not in the China region, an AV check has been done for that supplier. So they basically have done an on-site check for that supplier, so you kind of get a little bit of a rest of mind that that has been done. And when a verified supplier is that who has had the third party come and look at the factory, look at what they're producing, make sure that what they're producing is exactly what they're advertising, make sure product and the quality of the product is up to scratch according to what they've advertised as well. So it's always good to look out for those two icons, the Gold Supplier icon and the verified supplier icon. On top of that, you also still need the trade assurance, guys. So those are the three things you should be looking for. For us, we had an issue with our planners where the flight services that the manufacturer used, actually some of the planners were missing. We didn't panic because at this stage we knew our supplier had trade assurance, we knew it was a good supplier, we knew that this supplier was good and we could raise a dispute. I'll be able to get our missing planners back or whatever compensation we're going to get for that. Even at that, we didn't even have to go that far because the manufacturer was a good manufacturer. We came to a very good agreement between ourselves, you know, with good communication. Yeah, everything was fine at the end.
So guys, the next thing to know is how to filter down your suppliers. So the first thing you do when you're looking at actually sourcing for your supplier, you already know what the product you want is. So you type what the product is at the search bar. When you type the products, thousands of products comes up as options for you to choose from. But I would say don't use those options yet. Move to the next tab where it says suppliers and click on suppliers. That narrows it down to a few thousand. From there, you choose your verified supplier and your gold supplier as well, and the one that has trade assurance. That reduces it to a few hundred. So now you're just left with a few hundred suppliers that you can actually choose from that do the product. And at the side as well, you also have other options like certificates, eco-friendly products that you can actually choose from to make sure you are choosing the best product for yourself and for your company as well.
Guys, the next point is who is the company, right? When you are on Alibaba, you really need to check who the company that you're going to be working with is. So the first thing you want to be checking is the company's name. The next thing you want to check is also the years of expertise that they've had, right? You want to check the business type, if they're a manufacturer or trading company, or if they're both. Guys, if they're a manufacturer and a trading company, is even better because what it means is that they could manufacture your product and still send your product to you at the same time. So the entire supply of your product is done by one company rather than having separate companies. For us, we had to have a manufacturer, which was just a manufacturer. It was the manufacturer to use a separate company to send our product, which led to a lot of communication errors and so many troubles. So it's always better if they're both. The next thing you want to check is the number of years of expertise. So the higher the number, the better, because it means that they've done this so many times, they're a bit experienced and they won't be wasting your time basically. And when we talk about the number of years of experience, if you start from like 2+ years, it's even better. Be wary of companies that have like 6 months of experience because it means that they can just close their company at any time, and you know, it could be in the middle of you having conversations with them, or you've even paid them at that point and they're just closed down. Even though they might have trade assurance, which means you might obviously get your money back, but then that's a waste of time for you because you've just been talking to a company for about a month and then you're back to square one, you know, going back to look for suppliers again. So it's always good to find out that they've got a good amount of years of experience on their belt. And a bonus to that is always just make sure that the company is registered and it's got this certification number. It's always good to know that they are a certified company and you're not just dealing with a company that isn't registered, because you can easily be scammed that way.
So guys, the next thing is, what do they specialize in? So you need to make sure that your company is specialized in a certain product. So you don't want your manufacturer to be dealing with iron or metal at the same time you're dealing with plastic. It means they're not specialized in that particular field, and which could make production more expensive for you, and they don't just have that much expertise to be able to carry on your project. For us, for example, we use a company that does printing, so everything they do is basically about printing of books or printing of calendars, planners and all of that. So it kind of falls within the same sort of field. So you need to obviously check their goods or go to their shop and scroll down and look at all of their products. Do they all fall within the same category? If they don't, most likely they're not manufacturers. They're usually either wholesalers or trading company, which make your goods more expensive. So I would say stay away from those. Stick to manufacturers that produce the same type of goods. So guys, another thing that is very important, which really enabled us to be able to narrow narrow it down to the one supplier we use, is the response rate. How quick are they to respond to you when you ask for something? How legit do they seem? When you ask for a video of the product, how quick do they send it to you? Are they very, very open to making conversations with you? And when you actually are searching for your suppliers, after you've chosen the ones that you want and the type of suppliers you want, there's also a place that says response rate. I would personally say response rate should be at least 90% before you waste your time talking to any supplier, because you want them to be this quick. I do understand that obviously they have different time zones, which we're not saying 100%, we're saying 90%, but you still have to be very careful, because you don't want someone that you're speaking to today and the next time the person is replying you is 1 week after. That's wasting your time, wasting the time of your customers, which you do not need. So be very, very careful and make sure that the response rate is top notch when you're choosing your suppliers.
So guys, another thing you need to be aware of is the reviews. The reviews on Alibaba. Guys, there's so many companies with so much reviews, right? And you can see a company with a 5-star review, for example. I would not just go with if they are 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. What I want to actually see is that they've got a good amount of reviews. So for example, if a supplier has got 200 reviews and it's got a rating of 4.8 stars, that is good. I like that, because that's a lot of reviews and it's still trying to rank in the 4-point-something region, rather than having someone that has 10 reviews and it's got 5-star, for example. So those are the little things that you need to look at just to make sure that you're picking out the right supplier that can actually produce your product. Very, very important. Guys, the next one is only pay on Alibaba, right? Don't be tempted to do any other sort of payments, like bank transfer, Western Union to your supplier. Don't, because believe me, it's either going to somebody else's account, it's either you're just being in the middle of being scammed, because you can't trust people to that extent. Paying on Alibaba is very easy. It's like you can use any of your bank cards, credit cards, whatever you want to use basically to make the payment, and they charge a loose fee, but for your safety, for your money to be safe, I think it's so minimal what they charge and it's completely safe. You can also use PayPal, because obviously PayPal's got like a dispute system around it, so you can always use PayPal, but again, I would just say go with paying on Alibaba. It's just so easy that you don't really need to do anything else. And again, if there's a dispute, if there's an issue, you can literally just go and dispute it right there on the app. So it's a lot easier. So
guys, those are the points that we have for you today. If you have any questions about any of these things that we've mentioned, please leave them down below and we'll be able to go through them. Thank you so much guys for watching till the end of this video. So guys, please don't forget to support our new channel. If you enjoyed this video, we recently just started and at the moment I think we have 6 subscribers. So let's see what we can do before the end of the month of January, and maybe we can get 20 subscribers. Let's start with that. But please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So guys, don't forget to smash the like button and turn on that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop a video. We drop a video once every week, so don't miss out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in our next video. Peace. Hey guys!
Welcome to today's video.